It is the Cool Saturday Show. It's a very fun Cool Saturday Show today. Generally, it normally is, but for added reasons, it also is. I'm delighted to be joined on the show by Mr. Bill Bailey. Round of applause for you, Mr. Bailey.
Oh, thank you very much. It sounds like just you applauding there, Connor.
It kind of is me just applauding.
It's not really a round of applause then, is it?
But
it sounds like a drive-through cover.
I did it in a circular motion.
Oh, okay then. I'll let you off.
So that was a round of applause. Now, first of all, tell me what you're eating.
A grape.
Just one singular grape.
There's one. There's a bunch of them.
Right, good. Do you have like a lady with a big fan sitting over you feeding you these grapes?
No, I have a team of people. I have a grape roadie.
Okay, right.
Who dangles them over my face.
And the grape roadie, is that in your rider?
That is, yeah. I'll be requesting that when I come to Belfast.
Okay. So if there's anyone out there who would like to be Bill's grape roadie when he comes over here, do let us know. Do let us know.
Yeah, that sounds like a euphemism for off-licence, though, doesn't it?
A grape roadie? Yes, please drink responsibly.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, it's great to have you with us. Thank you very much for taking a wee bit of time out to have a chat with us.
No worries, mate.
You're going back into the world of live performing.
Yes, I am.
Right, tell us a bit about. I was going to say tell us a bit about a standard Bill Bailey live show. I've been to one. There isn't really a standard, is there?
No. That's right. Well, they're all different, and that's what I love about it, and that's why stand-up is the best live art form, I think, because it's so unpredictable, and it's the last bastion of free speech, and you can say anything, do anything you want. And for me, a perfect show is where, well, it's not a perfect show, but my ideal show, the shows that I love the most, are the ones where you don't quite know what's going to happen. There is some material that I've prepared, and there's some songs that I'm going to do, and some films and animation and screens and stuff, and all the kind of paraphernalia that I like to take on tour, but there's another element, which is that I don't quite know what's going to happen. I like the audience to get involved. I like there to be a bit of banter, and I like to ask questions of the audience, get them involved, but not in a demeaning, sort of humiliating way, because I loathe that sort of comedy and in that kind of... I hate that, because you get sort of Mexican standoff then with the audience, where the audience go, well, you're just going to make fun of me, and nobody gets involved. I don't like that. I'd like for people to feel they're not inhibited. They can join in, and sometimes great things happen like that. You don't quite know where it's going to go. So yeah, it'll be like that. In that case, yes, it will be like the standard Bill Bailey gig. Yeah.
I hope you don't mind me saying I don't actually think it's stand-up per se, is it? It's kind of stand-up, sit down, walk over there, play this, go over there, go back in the front as well. Isn't that what it's about?
Yeah, I think so. I think that perhaps the term itself doesn't really quite describe what the show is, because I think people's perception of stand-up is sort of imprinted by so many images of people who sort of claim, were called stand-ups. Guys in suits. There'd be a guy in a suit with a microphone, and that was it. And that was the show. And when you think of stand-up, you think that's what it is. But actually, I think comedy generally has moved on a huge amount, and a lot of comics who are now performing and touring are not that. I mean, there's some of them there are, but a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are comics who do character comedy or it's sort of observational stuff or stories. And my shows, it's everything. I chuck everything in. There's a lot of music, a lot of keyboards, a lot of guitar music. There's stories and straightforward, observational stuff and my own kind of stand up. But it's more of a show, I think. Probably it's more of a spectacle.
I think so. Dandelion Mind National Tour. Now, tell me as quick as you can, because I know there's a woman there standing with a gun telling us to talk as fast as we possibly can at the moment.
No, she's just got grapes.
Grapes. If she throws them really hard.
Me with a baguette.
If I was to be threatened, I think I would want to be threatened by a baguette.
Yeah. Do you know what? Just as a side issue here, Connor, when people say, they want, in America, when people go over the last meal, when they go, on sort of death row, they go, here's the last meal. And they always say cheeseburger and chips. Mm-hmm. It's always the same. Cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke. Mm. If it was me, I would get a stale baguette, right, and a pineapple, and fashion a rudimentary weapon,
Which would allow you to break free from your current situation.
Yes, exactly. I don't know why they've never thought of that.
Wow.
There you go. Anyway,
please, if there's any criminals listening, we don't encourage anybody to do what Bill Bailey just recommended.
No, that's right.
No, I did an interview a couple of weeks ago with Paloma Faith, and she yawned during the whole interview, which was good. That's
outrageous.
But I like the fact you're eating throughout the whole interview. That's new.
I've stopped eating now.
No, it's fine. Actually, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, the Odyssey Arena, 2nd of December.
Yeah, it's the first time I've played there, actually. I'm really looking forward to it. I've played the Waterfront a number of times, And I played sort of other venues. I played the University. I played the Empire years ago. But this is the first time. This is like the ultimate in a way. This is the first time I played the big one.
Why has comedy exploded like it has into doing? It was just generally pubs, possibly theatres, possibly small amphitheatres. Now it's arenas, and nobody has a problem selling tickets at the moment.
No, and it's. I mean, well, there's all kinds of reasons. I mean, I think people want escapism. They like to be, entertained, and people probably looking at and deciding what to spend their money on, and thinking, well, actually, you know what, I could do with a night out and a laugh.
Yeah.
And maybe prioritising that over other things. I don't know.
And the tickets are a wee bit cheaper normally. Like a full concert will cost you 50, 60, 70 quid.
Yeah.
Your tickets are 32.50 and on sale now, I believe.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's what you know your stuff.
I do, because the woman behind you with the grape, she made sure that I had that all lined up and I would mention it in the interview.
Laser onto your eyes.
Now, I have to say, one of the reasons I think I'm a fan of yourself is because of Mind the Buzzcocks.
Oh yeah.
I'm a huge Buzzcocks fan. I just a great idea, and I think the way it's done, it never gets old to me. Right back to the days when Sean Hughes did it.
Oh yes.
It never got old to me. Now, obviously, you're not on it anymore because obviously you're concentrating on things like this. What was the Buzzcocks experience like for you, and why does it work so well?
I think it's because it is quite anarchic. I mean, even now, these days, when TV has become quite regulated, I think it still retains that element of spontaneity, because there was really genuinely not any preparation really in terms of what would happen. You didn't really kind of know what would happen. There's, you get to meet the guests beforehand and chat to them about it and tell them roughly what was going to happen in the show, so they went completely, chucked in the deep end. But you never really quite knew what was going to happen.
Was it much of a scripted?
Well, I mean, the host would have a links that would be written, so there'd be little sections which would be sort of planned. So that was just to kind of link the show together and link the rounds together. But a lot of the other stuff was just stuff that happened. I mean, for me, that came all sort of to a head when Preston walked out, from the Audrey Boys, and that was totally unplanned. Nobody knew what was going to happen. Nobody quite knew what to do. And so I went into the audience and got someone that looked vaguely like Preston and put him in. And he started and had a microphone on. And that's the kind of that. I don't think that would have happened in any other shows. I just don't. I think Buzzcocks has got a sort of. There is a kind of a sense of like an anarchy about it, which I think comes across on screen, because it's sort of, you can't really fake that.
Do check it out. Go to YouTube, put in Preston walking out of Buzzcocks if you get a chance. Now listen, I've been speaking to Rod Gilbert recently. We spoke to a few other big comedians on the show here as well, and I've been asking each one of them, what would you say to somebody like myself potentially who would like to go into the world of stand-up? If I just do it once, I'll be happy. Quickly, we've got like a minute left before that woman with the grapes cuts your actual beautiful flowing hair off. So what advice would you give to someone like me?
I think you just have to tell a story about yourself that's honest and true, and try and tell it in as much detail as possible, because that's what's funny and eventually about you, because everyone has got their own individual quirks, individual ways of talking, speaking, and recounting a story, and we as people, humans, love to hear a story. It's one of the kind of very old, ancient sort of human desire. We have to sit around a campfire, listen to it. So that's what I'd say. To think up something that's happened to you, embellish it, and then tell it with a degree of confidence.
And as the old Irish adage goes, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Exactly.
Listen, thank you so much for taking the time, Bill. I can say again, it's happening Friday the 2nd of December. Tickets £32.50, and you're going to get what we've spoke about for the last sort of few minutes is just a mere snippet of what Bill Bailey is going to bring to your life.
All right.
So be there, get your tickets now. You can go 9073 9074 is the telephone number. Go to the booking lines, and it's going to be a big night.
It'll be a big night, yeah, it will be. It'll be immense, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you very much, Bill Bailey. You're an absolute gentleman.
Hello, I'm Bill Bailey. You're listening to Connor Phillips with your ears